Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. If this isn't the most random heavyweight matchup, Filip Hrgovic versus David Adeleye, of all people. August 16th, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on the undercard of Itauma versus Whyte. What a random matchup. So let's try and make sense of it. So we got Filip Hrgovic, 33 years of age, from Croatia. He's got a record of 18-1 with 14 KOs. 6'6" tall, coming off a win over Joe Joyce back in April. He's currently ranked number 6 by the IBF, number 8 by the WBA, number 5 by the WBC, and number 2 by the WBO. Contrast that with David Adeleye, who is 28 years of age, 6'4" in height. He's got a record of 14-1 with 13 KOs, coming off a controversial 6-round TKO victory over Jamie Shakiva for the British heavyweight title. And he's only ranked in the top 10 by one of the 4 major sanctioning bodies, and that's the WBO, who have him ranked at number 10. So you look at all that and you think, well, what's in it for Hrgovic? What exactly does he stand to gain from this fight? Because it's certainly not ranking, it's certainly not prestige, because he's been in there with much more highly ranked and highly thought of heavyweights, the likes of Zheli Zhang, Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce in his last fight. Therefore, I can only imagine that Filip Hrgovic literally sees this as a tune-up, a stay busy, and I'll come back onto that in a moment. As for David Adeleye, yes, there is a lot of upside here as far as the ranking he would gain if he were to beat Hrgovic. It would also be a significant scalp on his resume. Adeleye has never fought anyone of this level, much less beaten before, and presumably this will be perhaps the biggest payday of David Adeleye's career so far. I'm not certain on that, but I'm assuming it will be, either this fight or the Wardley fight. So like I say, there is upside for Adeleye, but is it the right time to take on a Filip Hrgovic? Because he just fought Jamie Shakiva for the British heavyweight title in his last bout, Adeleye did. It is a massive jump in levels from the Shakivas of the world, who he just struggled with, to Filip Hrgovic. That's a massive leap. Where are the incremental steps? Why not take the Shakiva rematch and build your way up to this type of level? Get your performances where they need to be at this level before you step up. You see what I'm saying? I have to imagine that some people around David Adeleye, maybe even his promoter Frank Warren, and both of these fighters are promoted by Frank Warren, Hrgovic and Adeleye, perhaps there's somebody there who doesn't necessarily believe that Adeleye has what it takes, and so they're thinking, just throw him in with Hrgovic. Sink or swim. Just take the gamble with him. And obviously, Adeleye had to consent to this. His coach, Adam Booth, would have had some say in the matter, I would imagine, and they decided to accept it. Make of that what you will. Now, as for the fight itself, unless Filip Hrgovic seriously underestimates Adeleye, is very complacent and underprepared, then I fully expect Hrgovic to win this fight. Not only win it, but do so comfortably. David Adeleye does have some speed, he can punch, but I don't think he has the boxing skills of Hrgovic. I don't think he's as tough. He's not as experienced, amateur or pro, and he's not as big. Hrgovic is a couple of inches taller and about 10 pounds heavier. So I reckon Hrgovic either wins this on a wide UD or stops David Adeleye maybe in the second half of the fight. But what I will say is Filip Hrgovic has the type of personality, a very alpha personality, which tends to suffer from overconfidence. We certainly saw that against Daniel Dubois. And if he allows that overconfidence to get the best of him here against Adeleye, it's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen. But I'm going to assume that Hrgovic has learned his lesson from the Dubois fight. It happened, recently enough, actually just over a year ago. So, as I said previously, I'm going with Filip Hrgovic to win this fight in comfortable fashion. I'm not necessarily saying he's going to go in there and blow Adeleye out in a couple of rounds. Hrgovic is not really that kind of puncher. He's got kind of average power for a heavyweight. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What say you? Are you as surprised by this matchup as I am, given how random it is? And how do you see it playing out? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe. If you haven't done so already, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.